As you are all well aware, the City of Swift Current has received a great deal of attention recently for its rat problem. Today we would like to outline what we have done with this problem to date and what our plans are going forward into the future. We have called this press conference today to discuss the facts and dispel the myths. As Mayor of the City of Swift Current, I would like to ensure all residents in our city and everyone who visits our beautiful city that this problem is one that City Council and I take very seriously. I have every confidence that working together as a community, our city government and the people of Swift Current will defeat this problem very soon. The health, the safety, and the well-being of city residents has always been and will always be top concern to everyone, including City Council and City Administration. To this end, at Monday's regular council meeting, Council appointed Jared Schaefer to act as our liaison with management and the public to ensure our concerns are addressed. Councillor Schaefer has an in-depth knowledge of this issue and the complete trust of the municipal government to communicate our actions, our strategies, and to update our progress in the best interests of the people of Swift Current. He will speak on behalf of Council this afternoon. Councillor Schaefer.
Thank you and good afternoon. The rat problem in Swift Current is one that has caused a great deal of justified anxiety and concern by the people of the city. I want to assure you that the City Council and Administration share those concerns. Like you, Swift Current is where our families also live and work, and we want to do our part to ensure the city remains a safe and healthy place to live. We understand the frustration residents have felt about this issue, and we apologize to everyone who feels we have not done enough or acted quickly enough. Although we have been working on this problem since May, obviously our initial efforts to deal with the problem did not work. When we realized that these tactics weren't working, we changed course. Rest assured, we will continue to take aggressive and responsible action to solve the rat infestation problem as soon as possible. To that end, we would like to review the actions we have taken to date and our plans for the future. In late May, we received the first report of a rat in the city of Swift Current. We alerted our Public Works Department to be on the lookout for any further signs of pest activity. We also got in touch with the Pest Control Office of the Provincial Council of Agriculture Development and Diversification. We also contacted the RM of Swift Current to see if they had noticed any unusual pest activity. By mid-June, as reports of rat sightings increased, we responded by engaging the services of a major national private sector pest control service to monitor the landfill as an obvious source of the problem. We were repeatedly informed that there was no extraordinary or unusual rat activity at our landfill. By late June, there were 90 confirmed sightings, and we knew the problem was accelerating. City crews began diligently inspecting the city for potential rat nesting areas under the advisement of the Provincial ADD Council. We also put out press releases and published local ads advising people on how to rat-proof their properties. Throughout the summer, reports at City Hall from residents of rat sightings remained consistent at approximately 20 to 25 calls per week in spite of our efforts. Reports from the pest control company continued to indicate minimal activity at the landfill. To augment our efforts, in mid-August we were able to engage the services of a highly experienced provincial pest control officer who was very familiar with the city of Swift Current. His impact was significant and immediate. First, he was able to confirm that there was a substantial rat presence at our city landfill, contrary to the assurances that we had previously received from the private contractor. Second, he conducted pest control training for every relevant public employee, including staff in the Public Works, Parks and Recreation departments, maintenance staff from our schools, and representatives from the health region. Despite our landfill being baited since mid-June by our contracted pest control company, on the advice of our provincial pest control officer, we elevated our efforts. At a cost of up to $2,000 per day, we have put out approximately 100 kilograms of poison at the dump daily since August 18th, and every day that poison disappears. We know that it is being eaten, and we know that rats are dying in large numbers as we speak. Next, we had squads of city workers patrol the city to respond to reported sightings and to hit the hot spots of rat activity. In the past 3 weeks, significant progress has been made. The third prong of our attack was public communication, and this is an area in which our efforts have been deficient. Every credible pest control and health expert say the same thing. Fighting rat infestations must be a team effort involving every single property owner and business in the community. Because of this, we emphasize the importance of rat-proofing buildings, property cleanup, and property cleanup enforcement. It was never to transfer responsibility to our residents and has never been the only solution offered by the city. The city has neither the resources nor the legal right to invade every private residence to hunt for rats. We must rely on property owners to take aggressive action to rat-proof their properties, both for their own well-being and for that of their neighbors. We tried to deliver this message through the city's website and through pamphlets delivered in residents' utility bill pamphlets beginning in August. On August 18th, we also held a public meeting on the issue. In retrospect, in light of the rapid growth of the problem, these communication efforts were not sufficient. We will work to improve communication and community-wide coordination as we move forward with our enhanced pest control program. At this time, I would like to outline the city's plan to solve the rat problem in the near future. But first, I do want to define what solve and near future mean. The Provincial Pest Control Officer advises us that there is no magic bullet solution for rats. Common sense and expert advice tell us that it involves a diligent long-term effort. Any company claiming they can rid our city of rats in 2 weeks, in our opinion, has no more credibility than the Pied Piper. Our goal is to bring the rat population down to a minimal level before winter within the next 6 weeks. Our first step in doing this is to launch our new 9-member pest control team, in addition to the city's 2 existing pest control officers that we've hired and the 8 full-time municipal employees that are dedicated to solving this problem. This team will not only help us take a more aggressive approach in the short term to eliminating rats, but will also help us deal with pest populations and keep them under control in the long term. Some further steps that we will be taking include continuing our aggressive poisoning campaign at the municipal landfill, aggressively expanding our baiting, trapping, and hotspot eradication around the city, improving communication and coordination with community groups, including residents, the Chamber of Commerce, retailers, the Salvation Army, and tourism agencies, continuing to encourage and enforce property cleanup, opening the city landfill on Sundays and waiving landfill fees so that there is timely removal of garbage and yard debris that will attract rats to neighborhoods. And we are partnering with the Salvation Army to coordinate charitable donations and distribution of rat traps to disadvantaged households, as we've been contacted by individuals wishing to donate. This is an aggressive plan, and it is a plan that has been designed in consultation with the best expert advice in both pest control and health and safety. But as good as this plan is, it is not enough on its own. This plan and any pest control plan will be futile unless there is strong buy-in and participation from our community. We need to be united partners in this effort. We will only succeed in defeating the rat problem if every citizen pitches in to do his or her part to help keep our city beautiful, healthy, and safe. You have our assurance that the City of Swift Current will be aggressively working on our part. Any and every rat sighting, dead or alive, must be reported to the city so that our pest control team can deal with it and that we can continue to identify any potential hotspots in our community. If residents choose to use poison on their property, we urge them to do it in a responsible fashion, taking all reasonable safeguards to keep the poison out of reach of children and pets. If residents choose to use a private pest control company, we encourage city residents to ensure that the company they use is properly trained and they get diligent service. Property owners, business owners, the city, and schools must take the initiative to rat-proof their properties. I am always amazed when I watch a community come together when dealing with crisis or disaster, and as citizens, we must reach out to our neighbors, friends, and families who also need our help. This problem is not insurmountable, and we are making gains. If we continue to work together as a community, we will very soon put this issue behind us. Thank you for your attention this afternoon.